Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Real Estate. I've been gone for a few days. The last few have been repeats. Barely getting my voice back. I was gone, went to Texas, lost my voice in Texas, still spoke 2 days. Worse than this, I sounded like Tony Robbins and I was yelling at people. I'm like, listen, everybody. It's pretty fun. Anyway, I spoke about two things. And one of them is one I want to touch up today. And that's stay. You all know my stay method. And if you don't, this is an amazing time to listen in. If you do know, this is a refresher. Ready? It's STAY. And it's for social media. I created this back when I was working with Facebook and Instagram. And I created it for businesses, and it worked for real estate. It works for everybody. And this is only one part of the formula. The other part is LCM, like comment message. It's all about engagement. Well, what I need you to do is I need you to show up more with STAY. And it alternates. Today's, let's say it's a Monday, which is not. But let's say today's Monday, and you start off, and you're like, okay, today's going to be S. I'm going to show up on social media and I'm going to sell with a story. I'm going to connect with the audience out there and I'm going to tell them a story about one time this happened and this was the lesson and this was the journey and this is what we learned. You're selling with a story. The next day, Tuesday, you're going to show up and you're going to teach. What are you going to teach? Well, you got a lot up here and a lot of it just goes nowhere because you don't use it. It's time you put it out there and you start teaching people what you're great at in real estate. So Tuesday, you're going to show up, you're going to teach me something. You're going to teach me something about assumable loans. And you're like, hey, you know what? You can still get an interest rate under 3%. Did you know that? Let me explain, right? Teach. Next, advice. You're going to give me advice on social, and it's going to be about something you love. Something that you're great at. That has nothing to do with real estate. It could be collecting comic books. It could be that you're a writer. It could be that you're in a band or that you're a gardener. And you're going to show up this way and you're going to attract people to you because that's what it's about. It's about attracting. Fourth, and the last one. It's the easiest one and yet the hardest one. It's why. It's all about you. It's showing up and letting me know what you are up to. What have you been doing? What did you eat? Where did you go? Right? Like I just went to Texas. Well, show me. By the way, I still have to shoot that. I still have to voice that video I shot with the speakeasy in the hotel that I stayed. I just have no voice back yet. Why is you? Talk about you. Show me pictures of you and your family or your dog or where you're going, what you're doing. And then circulate back to S. Right, so you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You start back up on Friday with STAY. And you do that throughout the whole month. And then after about 30 days, 60 days, you've been doing this routinely because you have a process. Well, you go back and you check and you inspect and you're like, which one did my audience connect with the most? And then you start gravitating to creating more of those. See, this is a science. This is a process. It's not just sporadic. You've got to have a process, and I created it for you. This is it. If you need the calendar that I give out for free every month, message me on Instagram, and I'll send it over. It's STAY. It's in my book, Real Estate Prospecting. Pick it up. Amazon, Barnes & Nobles. We'll talk tomorrow.